Mornings in our home start slow. I love this so much. One of my main goals when it comes to my homemaking, homeschooling, and really entire motherhood journey is to have the ability to live slowly in the morning and end the day slowly as well. I have always loved the idea of being a 5 a.m. mom, one of those incredible mamas who's able to get up at 5 in the morning, get everything accomplished and everything ready for the day before her little ones wake up. And while I have had that season of pushing through and being consistent with waking up a solid 2 hours before my children, right now I've just been trying to give myself a little more grace. If you guys are new around here, one of my favorite things and one of my favorite seasons of life, and a season that I have no interest in pushing away or wishing it was different, and a season that I just truly cherish, and that is in the little years of co-sleeping with my little ones. And because of that, and because that's what I've kind of chosen to do, it makes the super early mornings of 5 a.m. not really realistic for me in this specific season, because I am still waking up fairly frequently with my little one, and that's okay. I am really learning, as I've already mentioned, to really give myself grace and embracing the true beauty of a slow morning, no matter what that looks like. Anyways, with all of that being said, what this is looking like for me practically right now is I will set my alarm for 6:50. That way I can guarantee that by 7 to 7:15, I am actually up and going. This gives myself time to ease into the day before my little ones get up. My 2.5-year-old has been waking up really between 7:30, 7:45 pretty consistently. So I know that if I'm up between 7 and 7:15, that's going to give me a solid 25-30 minutes to kind of get myself up, ready for the day, make a cup of coffee, get my Bible ready and things like that. And then I will typically have her with me when I'm doing kind of like those early morning Bible study type things and really preparing my heart for the day. So something new that we have implemented in our home is actually having our 3 older ones wake up to like a little alarm clock. So I set their little alarms to 8 o'clock, and I have been loving the consistency of kind of knowing how to plan my days better based on when they are getting up. So before, they would wake up really anywhere from 8 o'clock to 9:30. And again, one of the beautiful things about homeschooling is we're not really pressured to start at a certain time. However, really having a consistent morning as far as like that time, even though I'm not a strictly schedule by schedule type of person, this one thing has helped a lot, is just knowing when they're going to wake up, because it then will help me know how much time I have before I need to prepare breakfast and kind of how my early mornings will start. If I do want to set my alarm for 6 o'clock and get up an hour earlier than I normally do, then I know that I'm going to have a solid 2 hours to get some things done before they wake up. So having that consistent alarm clock has been honestly a huge blessing in our home, and I never thought it would be, to be honest. I never thought about setting an alarm for the 3 olders, because I thought, well, they'll wake up when they're ready to wake up. And even though I'm only having them wake up maybe 20-30 minutes before they naturally probably would anyway, it has been so nice to have that, again, consistency of knowing when I need to prepare breakfast, when I need to have breakfast on the table. But a lot of these rhythms and routines and the times we start our day has really helped me stay on track when it comes to our overall goal of, again, starting the morning slowly and ending our evening slowly as well. So all of my rhythms that you're going to see in this video is going to really help me achieve that evening goal of ending slowly. The one thing that my husband and I have tried to do and be intentional with is to, after a certain time of the evening where there's no technology, but there's also no chores. So we really want to be in a place where everything is done for the day. We can close the kitchen and kind of close the house, so to speak, and really just wind out the day slowly. That is our main goal. So a lot of my own personal rhythms that you're seeing throughout this video and throughout the day really helps me be able to achieve that, just to give me, again, that beautiful time of being intentional with my little ones in the evening without feeling like I have all these things still on my to-do list. In the mornings, something that you guys have already seen here is I like to clean up between every single meal. It is so easy to feel like I'm falling behind when it comes to cooking 3 meals a day from scratch. So for me, the kitchen is one of my biggest things that I'm always kind of keeping up on, because that's one thing, it can be really easily overwhelming to me, because we have an open concept kind of living space. space. So for me, if the kitchen is kind of out of touch, then it makes the whole house seem a little bit messy. So the kitchen for me is a big thing, and cleaning up between the meals, it doesn't really take that much longer. It's an extra 10 minutes of cleanup to make sure everything is wiped down, all the sinks are clean and put away and ready for the next meal. At this point in our day, I'm now kind of getting ready for our little ones and getting ready to start our actual homeschool morning. So I shared multiple times on my channel that I love starting out with my toddler and preschooler before I sit down with my second and third grader. And as I mentioned in those videos, one of my favorite reasons I do this is to make sure that they have all of just the attention and love that they need to start off their day, and that they're fully ready to be independent and play together while mama works with the second and third grader. One of the things that I try to do, especially in the little years here, is to make learning such a fun and exciting time. One of my main goals in my homeschool is to really create a love of learning, and sometimes it doesn't really take anything new or buying anything or really doing that much. Honestly, what I found that works really well for my little ones is just switching things up occasionally makes it new and exciting, like moving things around and, even doing school in a different place of the house. I ended up taking this alphabet and number poster that has been in my living room for a couple of years now. I brought them into our little back library room area, as my preschooler likes to call it, and we ended up just doing school in a fun environment. We put some new posters on the wall, and it was just so much fun, and they just came to life when it came to their learning time. Something that we did on this particular day is we made another batch of homemade Play-Doh. I love homemade Play-Doh. It just lasts so much longer than the store-bought stuff. I'll have my recipe linked down below if you do want to go check that out. So once I got my preschooler and toddlers lessons done, that's when I set them up with independent play, which was their Play-Doh this morning. And then we sat down and did our language arts and reading together with my second and third grader. So this was about 12:30 in the afternoon. We had finished 2 subjects in school at this point, so I went ahead and started lunch, and then while the water was boiling for the pasta and our meatballs were kind of sauteing a little bit, I went ahead and started folding some laundry to get that started for the afternoon. And then I grated some cheese. We ended up making some homemade mac and cheese for this specific meal. It was just cheese, butter, and fresh cream with some salt and pepper and garlic. It's so simple to make, and it just does not compare to the boxed mac and cheese. So we love doing that. It's something simple, and the kids love it. And then we also had a side of meatballs to go with that. I had intended on making a pasta and meatballs, like a typical red sauce pasta sauce, but we completely were out of it. So I need to go to the store and get some. So that's why we were making mac and cheese today instead of that. After we got everything cleaned up, we were going back and forth between getting the kitchen cleaned up. The kiddos were kind of just still free playing at this point. And one of their main chores throughout the day is to put away dishes. So they were working on putting away dishes with me. I always get the higher things and they'll do the lower things. That's just one of the things that they enjoy doing. So they were helping put away dishes. So with all that being said, at this point in our day, my little ones had gone outside to gather eggs from our chicken coop. And so I took this time to do my 15-minute kind of zone cleaning. It was the coat closet. And this has been something that's been needing to get done for a long time, and I keep avoiding it. So this is one of the huge blessings of why I really enjoy utilizing the zone cleaning specifically of the Fly Lady method, because it makes me be intentional, even if it's just, that 10 to 15 minutes a day of making sure those areas get covered. Otherwise, I wouldn't think about it, or I might not even have it on my list of things to do, so it just gets overlooked. So I was really happy to get this done and to kind of reset my home. Another thing that I have been doing in the afternoon, apart from the zone cleaning, is just the overall keeping up on the kiddos' bedrooms, making sure those are clean, because there's nothing like walking into their room on a random Saturday and realizing you're going to have to spend an hour deep cleaning everything when it really is just like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there to stay on top of it. And even though they do a really good job of keeping like their toys up and things like that, it's just things can get, really messy really quickly. I know if you're a mama, you know what I mean. Anyway, while they were all outside still, I went ahead and not only folded the laundry, but started putting it away, which is a rarity for me. I normally wait to put it away that night. Anyway, we got all that done. And then they came in from gathering all of the eggs, and we went into just a slow afternoon together. So this right here is just, I think it sums up really why I love homeschooling. It's the being slow intentionally with my children. It's watching them, it's looking at them, it's listening to them, it's teaching them. It's everything that I had honestly prayed for and hoped for my entire life. And I feel like it's summed up right here. It's just being in their presence and being the one that gets to show them things and, teach them things, whether it be reading or just anything like that. I love this so much. And I'm just incredibly thankful that we have the gift to slowly live life together. And again, it's not about being rushed. It's not about accomplishing all the academics and things like that. It's just something that I just cherish so much in this season of life. So at this point in the day, it's now between 2:30, 3 o'clock, something like that. We decided to throw together a quick batch of cookies, and then while the first batch was in the oven, I went and started our speech therapy game practice with my preschooler. If you guys are new here, my 4-year-old has a little bit of a speech impediment still, and so one of the ways that I love working with her is by doing a little game called, I think it's just What's in the Treasure Box, but she loves this game. This is when I'll go through her toy room and I'll get all kinds of little tiny things and put it in this box, and then we'll open it up, and then whatever I pull out is a surprise, and then she has to practice saying whatever that item is. And then let's do another one. You'll like this one. What's in the treasure? Close your eyes. What's in the treasure box? Okay. Pink bubbles. What shape is it? What shape is it? Heart. So for dinner on this day, I ended up doing just a simple meatloaf, some sauteed potatoes, and some green beans. We like to eat around 6 or 6:30, or really whenever my husband gets home, but it's normally around, 6:30. And then we started cleaning up and getting ready for our evening routine. What this looks like for us is after dinner, we'll get everything cleaned up. This is when the kiddos will either play outside if it's nice out, or they'll start an early bath time. What our goal is to have everyone kind of like in baths and in jammies by around 7:30, because at 7:30 that's when we like to play. Well, the kiddos love this. It's called Family Chase, and we just chase each other around the house. We have a circle in our house that kind of loops around, and so we love playing Family Chase. It's just a thing that we've kind of adapted almost on a nightly basis now. It's like a new little family rhythm thing. We love it. So really getting everything tidied up and preparing for the next day is a huge thing when it comes to kitchen prep. And then while my husband and I clean up, this is our time to really talk and catch up with each other, talk about our days, what our plans are for tomorrow, just all those little things that we might not have gotten to talk about during dinner because it's, busy with all the little voices and things like that. After everything is cleaned up and everyone has had their bath, at this point in the day, it's now about 8 o'clock. This is when everyone really goes into their rooms and does a quick, just 10-minute kind of speed clean. And then after that's all done, I will close the kitchen around 8:30, probably closer to 8:30, I think. When when all the snacks are done, everything's put away, and I'll wipe down everything one last time. That way we wake up in the morning and everything is fresh and new and ready for the day. By 8:30, this is the time where we also like just to gather in the living room. We'll hang out together. We'll do a devotion. My husband has really honestly just been enjoying reading scriptures, and so we'll read our Psalms for the day and Proverbs for the day that we've been doing recently anyway. And we'll do all of that and really just enjoy being unplugged and connecting with each other. Has just been one of our favorite ways to wind down our evenings. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing a look at a 12-hour day. One last thing I wanted to mention, just as a disclaimer as we close out our evening, is that this is our days when we are home all day. This is how our rhythms flow, how our family kind of works together during the day. However, when there are days when we have errands to run or activities to do, it looks very different, and what might be a priority when we're home all day might not be able to take that front burner priority, like all the homemaking things that I would normally do on the afternoon. I wanted to mention that just because that this day looks like this, not every single day does, and that's okay. That's the beauty of life, is things come and go in seasons and come and go and change every single day. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, so you don't think that every single day, has this flow and rhythm, because again, every single day is so different. But I appreciate you guys for being here and for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed day, whatever you're doing, and God bless. Bye, guys.